You wake up, reach for your phone, and before your feet even touch the floor, your mind is already sprinting. One notification tightens your chest. One memory sneaks in uninvited. One tiny inconvenience, slow internet, a late reply, a plan changing, and something inside you deflates. Your shoulders drop. Your energy leaks. Your mood is decided for you. And the strangest part? You don't call it fragility. You call it normal. You say, that's just how mornings are. Or life is stressful. As if being mentally shaken by small things is part of adulthood. But pause for a second and really look at that pattern. If your peace can be stolen before breakfast, who's actually running your life? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you know. Or maybe it's that future version of you that keeps promising, one day I'll be stronger, while waking up every day with the same mental habits, the same reactions, the same invisible cracks. Because mental toughness isn't loud confidence. It isn't pretending nothing hurts. And it definitely isn't forcing motivation when your nervous system is exhausted. Mental toughness is a system, a psychological structure you build slowly, deliberately, until pressure stops breaking you and starts shaping you. And there's a reason some people stay calm when everything goes wrong, while others unravel over things they won't even remember in a month. Today, you're going to see that system not as theory, not as hype, but as a 30-day mental reset that turns fragility into resilience. Let's start with the first profile. This is the overthinker. You know this person, or you are this person. They reread messages like they're decoding hidden meanings. They replay conversations hours later, thinking about what they should have said differently. Silence feels threatening. Neutral expressions feel suspicious. Their mind treats uncertainty like danger. Picture this. It's late at night. The room is quiet. No notifications. No emergencies. And yet your mind is louder than it was all day. You're solving problems that don't exist yet. Preparing for conversations that haven't happened. Rewriting moments you can't change. Your body is tired, but your brain refuses to power down. Psychologically, this happens when the brain stops separating thoughts from reality. A thought appears, what if this goes wrong? And the nervous system reacts as if it already has. Stress hormones spike, muscles tighten, sleep disappears. The mind believes it's protecting you. In reality, it's exhausting you. Mental unbreakability for this type doesn't start with control. It starts with distance. For the next 30 days, the practice is simple and uncomfortable. You stop treating every thought like a command. You notice it. You label it. That's anxiety. That's fear. That's my mind predicting. You don't argue. You don't obey. You don't try to fix it. You let the thought exist without letting it drive. And slowly, almost quietly, the mind learns something new. It doesn't need to shout to be heard. If this felt uncomfortably accurate, keep listening, because then there's another profile. This one looks strong. They're responsible, reliable. The person everyone depends on. They don't complain. They don't vent. They don't want to be a burden. They say things like, it's fine. I'll deal with it. And other people have it worse. From the outside, they look mentally tough. From the inside, they're carrying more than anyone realizes. Here's the truth most people learn too late. Emotions don't disappear when ignored. They accumulate, quietly, patiently, like boxes stacked in a storage room that no one ever checks. And one day, not on the worst day, but on a random one, something small tips the stack over. A harmless comment feels like an attack. A minor mistake feels devastating. And the reaction doesn't match the situation at all. Psychology calls this emotional backlog. What looked like strength was actually delayed processing. For this type, becoming mentally unbreakable isn't about being tougher. It's about being earlier. For 30 days, instead of swallowing everything, you practice controlled release. You name emotions before they harden. You write them out instead of carrying them. You say, this bothered me, without apologizing or justifying it. Because real resilience isn't emotional silence. It's emotional movement. Ask yourself honestly, do you handle stress, or do you just postpone the breakdown? Now let's talk about a quieter pattern. This type feels confident, but only when life cooperates. They feel good when praised, secure when things go well, motivated when recognized. But one criticism, one failure, one disapproving look and their confidence collapses overnight. Their strength is real, but rented. Psychologically, their self-worth lives outside themselves. Approval becomes oxygen, and the absence of it feels suffocating. This creates fragile confidence, impressive in good conditions, unstable under pressure. Mental unbreakability here comes from shifting the source of validation. For 30 days, instead of asking, "Do they like me?" you ask, "Did I act according to my values today? Did you keep your word when no one was watching? Did you choose discipline over comfort? Did you respect yourself in private?" When confidence comes from alignment instead of applause, criticism loses its power. It becomes information, not identity. But now, let's talk about a type almost no one recognizes in themselves. This person is constantly tired, not physically, mentally. They replay the past, wishing it had gone differently. They imagine futures they can't control. Their mind keeps whispering, "This shouldn't be happening." Psychology shows that pain is unavoidable, but suffering multiplies when pain meets resistance. Pain says, "This happened." Resistance says, "This shouldn't have happened." Mental unbreakability here doesn't mean liking reality. It means ending the internal argument with it. For 30 days, this type practices acceptance without surrender. Not approval, not giving up, just acknowledging what is so. Energy stops leaking into denial and starts moving forward. And here's the paradox. The moment resistance drops, strength rises. There's one final profile. This is the person who keeps waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting to feel confident. Waiting for motivation to arrive before acting. They tell themselves, "Once I feel better, I'll start." Psychologically, this traps them in hesitation. Action is postponed. Confidence never arrives. And self-trust slowly erodes. Mental unbreakability for this type is built through non-negotiable action. For 30 days, you act first even when motivation is absent. Small actions, consistent actions, unemotional actions. And something unexpected happens. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. Now, pull all of this together. By the end of these 30 days, the change won't be dramatic. It won't announce itself. It will show up quietly in moments that used to break you. You'll notice a pause where panic used to be, a choice where reaction used to be automatic, a calm where chaos used to live. Emotions will still come, but they won't hijack you. Problems will still appear, but they won't define you. Bad days will still happen, but they won't dismantle your inner structure. Because mental toughness isn't about being emotionless. It's about being unshakable. So take a moment. Which profile sounded like you? Which one made you uncomfortable enough to keep listening? That's usually the one shaping your life the most and holding the most potential for change. If this resonated, sit with it. Reflect on it. And if you want more psychology-driven insights like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us. Because the strongest version of you doesn't react faster, it reacts less.